Hi, everyone. John Pojeta here with PT Services Group. Welcome back to another session of PT Asks. Dan Hudock, how we doing today?
PT Ask. I thought it was like PTSD. Anyway,
Yes, clearly we're spending too much time together, you and I.
too much time. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Terrific. So today I want to talk about the proverbial providing of a quote. And one of the things we come across a lot, and I do, it happens to me where I'm like, all right. But as we go through a sales process, we get to a point where it's really not going the way we want it to go. We'd like to think or see it be different, but we still go ahead and provide a quote anyway, with the thinking of, if we don't, we're not going to get the business. So I'll put it on the pile. So there's some genuineness to the, all right, it's better than not kind of thing. We have a really hard time as salespeople saying, no, I'm not going to do that to a prospect, and what our reasons are. So one, are there other reasons you see people still just putting the quote out there when they're asked to do so? And what are the best piece of advice you'd give them to get away from doing that and control the process a little bit better?
Yeah. So there's truth. If you don't give the quote, you don't get the business. That's legit. Even if that's a 1% chance, that's legit. So here's the thing. When we get an RFP and RFQ, first thing we have to decide is, how did this come across my desk? How did I get this? If it's an organization that's vetting a lot of different companies to come up with a few, I might play in that area. But if
Okay.
it's one that came across cold or whatever, and there's a lot of detail in there, and I didn't help create that, I might not choose to play in that ball field, so to speak. One of the first things you should do is pick up the phone, thank them for the quote, and say, I have several questions I want to ask you. And what I find is, if they're willing to entertain those questions and answer them, and not push back hard, you got a really good shot there. But
Yep.
if they start pushing back real hard, you don't have a shot there. It's really not worth it. A client of mine was doing 300 quotes a year and ending up with about 15 pieces of business. Now, each one was about $1 million, so it was big. But when I was talking to the CEO, he said, well, we have to quote or we won't get it. I said, all right, what would happen though if, instead of quoting 300 times to get 15, what if you quoted 40 and you got 30? And see, when we start to look at it that way, it makes a difference. Ultimately, here's the problem with a lot of quotes that don't end up in sales: it hurts us psychologically. It
Yeah.
really does. It pulls us down. It drains us. It's like, it just makes it harder to sell other stuff all the way around.
Yeah. And I don't think we put enough credence in the psychological impact of sales and marketing and success and stick to itiveness and all those kinds of things. And what you're describing with that 300 to 40, imagine the time savings of the 260, especially on $1 million deals, the prep
Yeah.
that has to go in to make that happen. And it's okay to say no. We all deal with those people. We get on the phone or we get on the line with them or we get nose to nose. And their first question always is, what's this going to cost?
That's right.
And you got to decide how you're going to handle those things, et cetera. But
Mhm.
I love the idea of the merit of controlling the process, 40 to 30 versus 300 to 50, or even 40 to 15 in the time
Right.
savings play and all that good stuff.
Right.
So
Well, and here's the other thing too. When we look at all the quotes outstanding, we know in our heart of hearts most of those are going to be a no. That's depressing. It really
yes,
is.
yes.
So
On that note, the press on, no, I get it. It's that psychological impact of sales and all the things that go with it. So
Yep.
we got it. All right,
Yep.
everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Take care.